Hello everyone, in this video let us talk about creating a roadmap in Jira. Recently I was looking at the questions that were asked on community, and I encountered one question about creating a roadmap, and I can understand if there is a new user, if there is a new company who is using Jira, who wants to use Jira and they are evaluating it, or maybe they have already started using it. It is quite obvious that they may want to visualize their milestones, their schedule, or maybe the list of tasks or activity that they want to deliver or finish on maybe a timeline. And it is actually a bit difficult, or I should say not very easy to do in Jira. In Jira you definitely have one roadmap report that will give you something useful, but if you're just interested in a schedule, maybe a calendar, and you want maybe to just look at your calendar and easily tell yourself, easily let your users know that this is your upcoming list of activities and you need to do these activities maybe on a specific date, or maybe uh, sometime in future. And of course you have this information in your Jira, you have all the information stored in your issues. But I want to talk about some add-ons, apps or plugins that will help you in achieving a roadmap. So the first add-on that I want to talk about is called as Easy Agile Roadmaps for Jira. This is, uh, in my opinion, very useful and interesting app or add-on. The good thing about this add-on is that it is available on both cloud and server, and also in data center. So the good thing about this add-on is that when you already have those issues in your projects, you can simply drag them on your calendar, and this will basically give you the ability to not only look yourself and remind yourself that okay, these are the activities that I need to do, but you can also let your users know about this roadmap view, and they can of course take a look at it. You can also create some kind of a swim lane. If you are already familiar with the concept of swim lane, you can also do the same thing here. It will of course help you in segregating your issues, maybe based on your assignee, based on, let us say, project or any other field in Jira. You can also have some indications of upcoming milestones, versions that you already have defined in your project. So this is really interesting add-on, and I think I would like to mention that if you are already using Jira software and you are struggling to basically understand what is happening across different projects, and maybe you just want to have this visibility, then do take a look at this app. The second add-on that I want to talk about is Big Picture. Big Picture has been there for quite a while, and Big Picture used to be one of the add-on that can let you create a Gantt chart. In Jira, there is no way natively to create some kind of a Gantt chart, and Gantt chart is nothing but it is a roadmap. It is some kind of a schedule that you can look at on your calendar. You have this timeline on the right hand side, you have the list of issues, and of course you can do a lot more in Big Picture apart from just visualizing them on the calendar. You can also add dependencies, you can also uh, group them together, and this is something similar to what you can do in MS Project, or if you have been using MS Project, or if you're used to Gantt charts, then I think Big Picture is really quite good in doing the same thing, of course, in Jira. And you also have some other features that you may find overlapping with other add-ons. Like for example, you can also have this cross project view of what is happening. So when you have defined your big picture plan, you can also have different views. One view is definitely your view on a timeline, but you can also group them based on different projects, and there are other views as well. And big picture is also I mean, it also supports some other features. Like, it is more like a ppm tool. It is something that you can also use for implementing safe framework, but I don't really want to talk about or get into that discussion right now in this video. I wanted to highlight this concept of roadmap. So big picture is also one of the add-on that you can definitely evaluate. The third add-on that I want to talk about app is Portfolio. Portfolio is an app from Atlassian, and this is definitely one of the widely used app. It is quite good for definitely creating a roadmap. It is basically an app for visualizing your roadmap. And if you look at the most recent version of Portfolio, there is a new experience where they have a similar view that you saw with big picture, that you can achieve with big picture as well. You have the concept of this this interface where you can drag the issues on the timeline. You can change their dates by simply stretching it, or just playing with the issues on your schedule. And you can also create some dependencies. But when you use Portfolio, you would use it for basically creating scenarios, for basically doing a what if kind of a situation with your plan. Let us say when you have a plan to work on, and you have a team as well, but you want to know, what if you add one more resource to your team? What if you want to release a specific version maybe a week before? So for those situations, Portfolio is really good. And Portfolio definitely comes with some other features, uh, like in the previous version of Portfolio, you had this option of doing capacity management. You had those reports. It is not there in the new version, but you definitely have the option to just input everything that you have, like your list of issues, your estimates for those issues, your team, and Portfolio will actually help you in building the plan. But when it comes to road mapping, when it comes to visualizing your activities, Portfolio can definitely create a roadmap for you. And the final add-on that I want to mention is one of my favorite. It is Structure Gantt, and this add-on actually works along with the Structure. So if you are already using Structure, which is an app for creating custom hierarchies, you can also install this Structure Gantt app. And the good thing is that it is definitely free. You can use it if you already have Structure, and it can definitely create a similar kind of a plan that you just saw with Portfolio or Big Picture. So these three add-ons that I mentioned, Big Picture, Portfolio, and Structure, they do have some overlap, but of course they have their own individual feature, or I should say their unique selling point. Structure is more for creating hierarchies, and when you have Structure already installed, you can definitely use Structure Gantt as well. And this is really one of the widely used app when it comes to custom hierarchies, when it comes to creating these mappings between different type of issues. And it will actually help you in visualizing the issues if you want to just view them on maybe a timeline. So these four add-ons, Easy Agile Roadmap for Jira, Big Picture, Portfolio, and Structure, are some of the apps that you can evaluate, that you can take a look at if you're interested in doing roadmap. But when it comes to road mapping, when it comes to creating a plan and also visualizing it, you may want to do few additional things. And all these add-ons can of course create a roadmap along with few other things that you can probably do. So do take a look at these four add-ons, and this is all I wanted to share in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much.